Hello and welcome back, Commanders and Commanderettes. Chesty Puller here with another quick video as promised on how to do the XP Challenge Ultra base with 0 damage. So a lot of people think that these are one-hit bases. These are not one-hit bases. If you look in the top left corner, there is no number 1 with a circle in blue. There's no indicator that this is a one-hit base. So it doesn't proc consistently. Sometimes when you leave, you lose everything that you've done. So in order to ensure that the timer procs, I come in and I take out a couple of turrets and then I end attack, because that doesn't cost me anything. And then I go outside and I check to make sure that the timer has procced. Okay, the timer has procced. It says 57 minutes. And so now I'm going to come back to my base. And sorry, I noticed I have to upgrade something here. Give me just a second. There's plenty of time on this base, so you don't have to rush. And once the timer has procced, you have 57 minutes. Now, if that was intended to be a one-hit base, then they didn't do it right. So I think that it's not a one-hit base. Every one-hit base I've ever seen always says 1 on the top left corner. All of the main track bases say 1 in blue in the top left corner. And the XP challenge ones are not one-hit bases. So this is the XP Challenge Ultra. Should not be a one-hit base. So I think it's a glitch that it does not proc properly. So just take your time, make sure you get that timer to proc. And now here, what you want to do is you have to use slow-mo. If you don't use slow-mo, everything moves too fast in here. So it is not negotiable. You know, slow-mo only costs 3,000. It's one of the cheapest special ops out there. You know, so as a matter of fact, I think it is the cheapest special op, and also one of the best, because it doesn't have a countdown timer, and it has it affects every single unit that you hit. So I could bring in the Proteus, but they like to target the Proteus, and the Proteus takes a long time to repair. And by taking the Proteus out, I'm able to put more units in. So and with as hard to kill as these buggies are, as much firepower as it takes to kill them, the more units that you have to work on it, the better. So I recommend taking the Proteus out. The first couple ones that I did with a Proteus. But my Proteus did take a little bit of damage once, and I think it was like an hour, and I was like, this is crazy. I'm not going to stop attacking because I don't have my Proteus. So I took the Proteus out and added the slow-mo, and the slow-mo I think is almost better than the Proteus, because the Proteus only works on ground or air. Slow-mo works on both. You have to have your Proteus set up to slow down air or to slow down ground units. And you know, keep in mind, every one of these units is OP. They're all overpowered. They're all too fast. They're all you know what, if we had these units, man, this game would be easy. If we had those 4-blade helicopters, those 4-prop helicopters, this thing is a seriously OP. This helicopter that'll be coming towards me right now, that is an OP unit. He can shoot everything at the same time. If he gets in range, he would take out my entire platoon if they were tight enough. So that is a seriously OP unit. We don't have anything even remotely close to that 4-prop helicopter to counter that helicopter. The only thing we have is, we've got the Darkstorm Aura, and then we've got slow-mo on, and then we've got, 5 pretty powerful trucks that have a lot of firepower, and that's how we counter those helicopters. But it takes all that together. I also did bring my hoplite in here. The reason I brought the hoplite in here is to draw out those helicopters, and so if the helicopters did decide to shoot something, they would shoot my hoplite drone. But as I'm continuing to play, I don't think that those helicopters target air. I haven't been able to test that yet, but I do not think that the helicopters target air. This base is not air friendly, okay? So you would not be able to bring in much air in here, not even high altitude air, because that was a little tricky right there. Both helicopters were coming at me at the same time. You do want to try to take out those war factories as quick as possible, and so that's what I'm working on right now, is to try to take out those war factories. I'm going to see if I can splash there. I got the second war factory using that infantryman. I wish that we knew the names of these units. It would be a lot easier to describe rather than me just saying 4-blade helicopter or infantrymen. But essentially there's 4 units on this base. There's the anti-air motorcycles, there's the buggies, super powerful OP buggies, we don't know the name of them, and OP 4-prop helicopter, and then these infantrymen. The infantrymen do not target air, so keep that in mind. They do have infantrymen that target air, but these don't. There is another unit, but I haven't seen it on this base. But with all these anti-air motorcycles, there's no way to do air on this base. They are also very OP. They will take out anything that you bring in, any air that you bring in. They are really hard hitting when it comes to hitting your air. See if I can get another war factory. Now you see I got away because that helicopter is coming, right? If you stay there, that helicopter will one-shot you. And by the way, I am using Kayla. You do not have to use Kayla. I keep saying it in most of my videos. Kayla is nice because has the firepower of I think it's 4 or 5 regular light bringers. I think it's 5, or between 4 and 5, because I've had 5 light bringers that do not take out a turret, and my Kayla will take out a turret, just one-shot it. I've never had a turret, even a turret under the blue protective turret, that Kayla cannot take out. Her secondary splash takes out the turret, and her primary shot will take out the protective turret. So this pattern that I'm following, I've been following it on every single base, and I'm not taking any damage. So if you just kind of follow my pattern here. Now see, I couldn't take out the laser triangle because the helicopter came. You have to make the helicopter the #1 priority. Those helicopters will one-shot your entire platoon. They shoot the whole platoon, and it's a fast shot. You don't even see the projectile, and your platoon is gone. They did get me one time, and at 20 minutes a pop, that's what it costs to repair my purple trucks. That's an hour and 20 minutes or something. So yeah, stay away from the helicopters. Don't say I didn't warn you. Those helicopters are some seriously OP units. This is the way that Kixeye is. They you know, give themselves overpowered units, and they give us good units, but nothing compared to their units. Their units are I thought about this today. If we had the units that are on this base, there isn't a base that wouldn't be just a cakewalk for us. Everything would be easy because they are that good. We still don't have those triangle lasers on our base. I still don't know what they're called. It would be nice if we even knew what to call these things. Now there's 2 of the heavy turrets there, the new heavy turrets. The Geo turrets, be careful of those. Those things will cause you a lot of damage. I've never been hit by one, but I read the stats on them, and they are pretty outrageous. It's nice to have them on my base. So you'll notice I did draw out the infantrymen before I went for those Geo turrets, that just makes it easier when you shock those Geo turrets. I don't know of another way to get those Geo turrets because there's all those anti-aircraft motorcycle there, so you have to shock it. And as you can see, 0 damage. I can do this time and time again, following the pattern that I did, 0 damage, and you know, making tens of millions of XP here. So I hope this is helpful, and hope you have good luck on this event. See you guys next time. Have a good one.